Today, I am coming to you because, normally, let me just say this. The Startup Junkie live show is normally on Monday and Wednesday across multiple social platforms. However, I like to come to you, outside of the podcast, what we call beyond the podcast. And today is no different because today we want to talk about something that I think is very, very important, and that's being bitter. Okay. Just being completely unhappy, even after you get what you want. Okay. First, before we get started, I want to say this. Be sure to check us out on all of your social channels. They're right there on your screen. All you got to do is search Think Grids or Think Grids Media or the Startup Junkie live show, as well as go and Google us. Think Grids as one word, ThinkGrids as one word. We're an Inc. verified company, and you'll see what comes up about us. And I appreciate all those who are already checking into the show. Thank you so very much. Of this episode of Beyond the Podcast is kind of like, we just did episode 22. So this is like 22.1. Okay. So Beyond the Podcast, are you bitter? But before we get started, I want to, as I always do, I want to recommend a book. Now, I've recommended this book before. I always like to recommend either a book or a game or a CD or something that you can take to actually help leverage what it is you're trying to do to help you grow, whether it's inspiration or whether it's prescriptive. In other words, a step-by-step on how to do something. And again, I am recommending today the book, The Art of Respect by James Prince. Again, if you don't know who James Prince is, nice little photo inside the book here. If you don't know who James Prince is, he is the CEO, the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, but basically a serial entrepreneur who basically owns islands, owns tons and tons of real estate, and he had the audacity to go after it. So from reading this book, because I'm actually almost finished with it right now, from reading this book, especially being from Houston, this lets you know that a man like this and a man like myself can actually come from humble beginnings. Well, lets me know that because this man came from humble beginnings, I too can do it. So I highly recommend The Art of Science, The Art of Science of Respect, and just want to share some of the topics in it. Basically, talk about leaders, followers, and loners, breaking the poverty curse, which that's my favorite chapter, by the way. It starts on page 53. And coming of age and a blessing in disguise, because we all have a blessing in disguise, and whatever that blessing is, it's a good transition in today's show, Beyond the Podcast, and why you should not be bitter. Okay, so now let me give you some context, okay? So someone that I know finally got granted a divorce, and they were super duper happy, but they are set on basically going after she's basically set on going after her husband, okay? And it's really terrible because she absolutely 100% got everything that she wanted in divorce, but because she's so bitter, based on, what happened when they were married, she has decided that she is going to ruin this person's good name, okay? And which is absolutely terrible. So my question to her was, well, didn't you get everything that you wanted? And wasn't the divorce uncontested? And the answer was, yes, I got everything I wanted. Yes, it was uncontested. But you know what? I don't like that person, and I'm going to go after that person. So ask yourself this question. Are you the type of person, even after you get what you want, you continuously bring up the things that you experienced prior to you actually getting the desired outcome it is that you want? Are you that type of person? Are you? Are you? I mean, that is a very, very serious question. Are you that type of person? Let me give you even deeper context. I used to be that type of person. That type of, I'm a scorch the earth. It does not matter. Long as I can prove myself as being right, I'm going to burn down the house. I'm going to throw out the baby with the bathwater just as long as not only can I get what I want, even if I don't, just to hurt the person in business. Okay. Even though in many instances I actually got what I wanted, right? But I was still vindictive, just like this person, to get even with the people that did me wrong. But guess what? A very important thing that I learned from a mentor. Mentor said to me, and I really want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. A mentor said to me, hate, that is. Hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. Let me say that again. Hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. Prime example of that is, have you ever been in a situation where someone, a friend or, has told you, hey man, just let that go. Or lady, just let that go. That person's not even thinking about you. Because you are allowing someone that you've had a bad run-in with to occupy space in your head, to live rent-free in your head, that's causing bitterness. It causes you not to focus on the things that are important, not to progress. And the reason why this is so important, because in talking to my friend yesterday, I was trying to express to her that so many times we end up messing things up. Okay, we mess things up even though we've gotten everything we want. A very good example of this is, say, a male or a female trying to ruin the reputation of someone that they've been involved with, but yet they are actually getting their income from that person, or they're getting some kind of financial benefit. But what happens is you ruin this person, then now you've just ruined yourself because you were so bitter, you just ruined yourself. Now you have cut off your financial benefit. So, again, remember that hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. You cannot allow anyone to live in your head rent free. All right? And I say all that to say, if you're that type of person out there that's allowing, past hurts or past interactions with people, long after you've no longer been around them, to still bother you, then you really need to examine yourself. When I say examine yourself, examine what benefit you're getting out of allowing that to happen to you, allowing someone to live in your head rent free. What benefit are you getting out of it? If you're not getting a benefit out of it, then you need to let it go. Okay? And chances are, if you're bitter and you're so focused on getting back at someone and not moving ahead long after you've gotten everything that you wanted, or even if you did not get everything you wanted, you just have to learn to let things go. Okay, so that is a message that I was compelled to share with you today. And the reason why I was compelled to share this message with you is, like I said, had a friend just finish her divorce yesterday, and she's still talking about getting even with someone when she absolutely 100% got everything she wanted in the divorce. And so I told her that she should divorce herself from the memory of the hurt and realize that hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. So if you're that type of person out there, say you're trying to accomplish something, create some kind of value, bring something to the world as an entrepreneur, but you're holding on to past relationships, and maybe someone didn't come through on a deal, maybe someone double crossed you, but you seek some kind of monetary relief through the courts and you were able to get it back, but you still want to ruin that person. I'm saying to you, like I said to my friend, let it go. All right. Let it go. All right. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to come to you beyond the podcast today. Remember, hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. Again, hate hurts the hater more than the person that's being hated. And you also have to remember this. The most powerful weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The most powerful weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So if you are oppressing yourself, if you are the oppressor of yourself, making it hard for you to function because you're so bitter, don't use your God gift, which is your brain, to create value and generate something that will help, you, your friends, your children, for generations to come. But you're standing in your own way, being bitter, doing it to yourself because you're your own oppressor. Just let it go. Let the hate go. And that's all I got to say. This is Beyond the Podcast, Startup Junkie, right here on this social platform. And if you feel that what I'm sharing with you today resonates, definitely share it with someone else, okay? Share it with someone else. Hey, Andre, what's up? Appreciate you checking out the show. Be sure to share this message with someone else. And also be sure to check us out on iTunes, iHeart Media, Spotify, TuneIn, and a bunch of other little podcasting networks. We bring you the Startup Junkie live show. We're uploading content daily, and we're actually trying to catch up on uploading all of our latest podcast. I think we're like, this would be technically 22.1. In other words, we have like 22 episodes of a podcast to upload, and I think we're like on number 7. But know this, we're working hard to get this content to you. So be sure to share this content across any social channel you on. If you're watching this live, thank you very much for checking this out. If you're watching it on the replay, still, you have questions, you want to give the thumbs up, still do that because we still respond doing the replay. So with that said, I'm AJ with your Beyond the Podcast episode today. And all I can say to you people is to let it go and go out and have a fantastic day. Take care, everybody.